So for myself, coming from a mechanical background, I'm really interested in the suspension, the engine, seeing four-wheel drives in full action going hardcore. But obviously that's not going to engage a broader audience, which I'm sure you're trying to focus towards. So how have you scripted the movie Rough Stuff so we can encompass that?
Well, I think I think a broader audience will enjoy the things that you're talking about. Certainly, they'll be featured.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah. They'll certainly be featured heavily in the film, and we've got to play by a lot of the rules around just storytelling in general. There's good principles for telling a story, and what I'm interested in doing is taking those principles and putting them into a four-wheel drive scenario and seeing what happens. And that's when I got really excited, because I realized there's so many interesting dynamics in the four-wheel drive world that people aren't necessarily familiar with.
Yes.
But that are going to be really, really exciting and play out really well on screen.
Yeah.
The kind of action that we can play out. I mean, we've seen a million car chases before on screen in movies, and some of them are brilliant. But you ain't never seen a 4x4 car chase, and that's going to be something people are really going to freak out when they see that.
That sounds crazy. I'd love to hear some of the ideas you've got behind that. So how much hardcore four-wheel driving are we going to have in this movie?
There's going to be a lot. Well, straight from the opening scene, actually, we go straight into it. The two main characters are basically in a sort of Dakar Rally meets Willow Glen meets Tough Truck kind of challenge, and they're trying to win the prize money basically. And so straight in, we're halfway through the competition, and we go straight into a mud crossing. There's winching, there's rock crawling, and then a final climb up a major hill climb, more winching. So straight away we're right in the world, and we want to start setting up things that start to feature into the story later on.
Now, what are we going to do to engage the women into this story? Now, I did see a post the other day that hinted towards a little bit of romance or something like that. What's going on here?
Well, I think there's a lot of ladies will probably enjoy the action and adventure parts of it as well. But for the romantically inclined, there is a love story. Yeah, I know you're asking for yourself.
Yeah.
There is, I think in any great story, there's always going to be a love story